What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will, and I'm here on the South Shore, Long Island. I'm out here with Saab. You might recognize him from all the squidding videos.
What's up?
All right, tell them what we're doing today.
We're white perching, using artificials and worms. The worms seem to be working better, but my goal is to catch one on the jig. So the white perch are definitely in brackish water. They're super similar to striped bass, in that you'll find them in like very little water, feeding on these warmer days on little aquatic insects, worms, crabs. Find structure that they'll hold to, and then basically just put down jigs.
Hey, we got a couple. We're gonna try to get a couple more. I think the goal for today is maybe about 10 fish. What's keeper size? 10 inches?
Unmanaged.
Unmanaged. All right. Well, I think we could hit that goal pretty easily. There we go. Oh. Stuck on bottom. There you go. Are you letting them eat, or the minute you feel?
No, I'm giving them that. As soon as I feel it, I'm setting it.
You're set. Okay.
Yeah. That's why.
I'll try over there.
Fish got fins. See what you're saying. Yeah, they definitely move around.
You think I'm better off with like a high-low rig?
Yeah, I do a drop shot just to keep it off the bottom, but I mean they're right on the bottom too. You know, sometimes I'll slack it down so like the worm hits the bottom, but most of the time I think they're gonna see this because it's not that deep here. What do you got on? I don't know what you have on.
I just have a little crappie jig.
Oh, you have a jig. They weren't hitting the jigs too well today, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tip it with a worm.
I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be the same as this. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, they're right in that shadow. Take the shadow back.
There we go. Oh.
Johnny G, get next to the bridge.
All right. About to nice. It's about to get blasted by a car there. That's a nice one.
That's a decent one, right?
Yeah, that's hefty.
Caught some bigger ones before.
Yeah.
Well, so I think I will keep things anyway.
Oh, pulled it right out of his mouth. There you go. Take it. Take it. There we go. Alright. There you go, making a stringer.
That's right, baby.
Put them down in the water. I think we're gonna shoot for maybe about 10 of them. Sav already threw one back. That's how good he is. And Sav's on. Too busy walking around. I gotta get back in there. Try not to fall into the water here. There you go.
Decent one.
Yeah.
They're beautiful fish, man.
Nice, man. Oh. This is actually a good one.
You got a good one?
Yeah.
Walking you down.
And he said there's no holes in it. He says, I went through that whole thing. He says it's all like 3-4 foot, not even 4 foot deep, 3%. Yeah, nice.
There we go. My day is made right there.
Yeah.
That is it. Shoo.
It's nice when you have days where they're all are bigger.
Sure. This is obviously what we're after today, and this is a decent sized one. That's actually really, really nice. So I gotta ask Sav if they fall under freshwater category or saltwater category, because technically we're fishing salt. He'll know. I am gonna brain and bleed this guy, add him to our stringer, which we have down there, and we're well on our way. I'm going up top and dropping right there. I can't resist. As if the worm wasn't cheating enough.
No.
Where's that piling? Right here?
Yeah, I'd either go there or one over.
Already on it, dude. Yep. Yeah. That is silly. That's a good one. I don't trust the 10-pound test. We got him. That is a good one, I think. Shoo! Man. Just is about as fun as crappie fishing.
Very similar vibe.
This is one of those fisheries where it's hard to walk away from.
Like moments from being like, all right, like you want to move on, but it's tough, man.
It is. I mean, now with this, look at this.
Boink.
Yeah. Oh, now it's another juicy one. Oh, that might be the biggest that I've gotten. Yeah, that almost seems unfair going over there. Alright, wait for this car. Dude, I'm gonna say that's the biggest.
Yeah, that's the biggest one you got.
Alright.
Yeah, they're stacked in that tie.
Yeah. Alright. I feel bad going back there. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Alright, I said 12, right? Dozen? We'll keep a dozen.
Yeah, that's good.
Come on, give me my. There we go. Alright. Brain and bleed them. But that's the one. They are pretty.
Very pretty. I love the blue.
Yeah. They're really, really amazing fish. Just gonna swing him from here if he drops. There we go. Yeah, they're definitely concentrated right there. Let's see, we're gonna keep using the same worm here and see what happens. But yeah, about a foot off the bottom. Dude. They're all right here.
I love it. Keep going. Keep getting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so when they're that big,
They don't get that. They only get maybe about 4 pounds.
so I'm thinking of a different.
There we go.
What's the big fish I'm thinking of that comes here?
There we go.
Yeah. So that is,
Perch, that's a light.
and you, that's a tasty fish.
Yeah. Very good.
Does it work well here?
Yeah, work. Jigs work.
What are you guys fishing with?
He's fishing a jig with the worm, I believe,
Yeah.
and I'm fishing just a worm on the hook. But yeah,
Fucking right.
yeah, it's fun. See, I'm gonna get one too.
Have fun, guys.
You too, man. Be well.
I appreciate the knowledge.
Hey, no worries, bro.
Well,
There you go.
understand that if I crab out here, I have to put like a log on each side of the bridge so people don't burn through here.
Yeah.
That.
You got a really good one?
No,
Oh.
he just got me. He's hooked funny, I believe. I think he's
What
hooked
would
in
that cost in a store, a perch that size?
I don't know. I've never bought them.
Which of these two is bigger? I think yours
White
is, yeah?
fish, though?
Yeah, yeah. They sell them. It's not super common to see in the market.
But you like the flavor?
Love them.
You got, are they mirrored, same size?
Yours is bigger.
Go with Lucky 13.
A conservation easement to come through, and you could go through their land.
There we go. Oh, this one's got some boogie. He's mad. Might actually walk this guy down. Oh. I don't know. Is the bridge height playing tricks on me, or is that a good one?
Well, that is a good one, though.
It is, right?
Yeah, you see the hump?
Yeah.
They start to grow that hump. That's when they get real big. So the jig with the worm, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice.
The jig with the worm, but I'm telling you, when I was casting out, it wasn't happening. It's
The vertical.
being able to put it exactly, because I think basically mimicking what you have going on, that you have the high low.
Yeah.
There you go, there you go. Oh. They all from up here look big. Alright, we got more than enough, so. Getting sliced by that gill plate. Come on, give me my hook back. There we go. There you go. I think that's gonna be my last one for the day there. Oh. Got a couple.
Just a few. Nice fish fry.
There we go. We did pretty well. We threw a bunch back. I did keep a little over 10. Just because those freeze really, really well up here for a little bit, and I can stock the freezer for my mom and give a couple away to a few friends. But I want to show you one other thing here that I got that's kind of cool. If you guys ever seen this, Ice Mule coolers, it's in the description. They didn't send me anything or reach out to me. I reached out to them because I've used these before, and they're just a backpack cooler, but they're awesome for exactly this, to where it's just on your back and you can walk around, throw the fish in, throw some ice in there, and it's pretty good. So that's my plug for Ice Mule. Sponsor me. See you guys in the kitchen. Quick stop. I had some ice packs, but quick stop to get some actual ice to throw in, because we don't want those going bad, that's for sure. Open this one up just to make sure they are nice and iced down. So it's pretty much like a dry bag, but with insulation, and then you can blow it up here, and it just acts just like a cooler, and you got this backpack. Pretty stoked on that. So it is nothing short of just a perfect spring day. And that is one of the most exciting things when it starts turning into spring. And that's something you don't get in Key West, but in New York, it's like the fish start coming around and the weather gets warm. You don't have to wear a jacket. I can cook outside. It's really very exciting. So what we're gonna make, we're gonna cook one of those perch whole, and we're gonna go into the perch once we get a couple other things made and put aside. We'll talk a little bit about the perch, but we're gonna cook one whole. We're gonna do scalloped potatoes and a cilantro, like a green chutney. So let's get started on the potatoes, because those have to go into the oven and cook the longest. All right, so for our scalloped potatoes, we're gonna need cream, and I want to infuse the cream with some flavor. So I got a little bit of butter in there, and we'll pour in our cream. Gonna lower that heat. We don't want that cream to scald. So I got a little bit of curry powder, some white pepper, garlic salt, a little bit of ground mustard, some smoked paprika, bay leaf, and some whole garlic cloves. I'm going to put 3 of these in there. And now to infuse that flavor, we don't need this boiling. We just need it warm. Oh, that smells good. So I have this on the lowest heat possible. We're just going to give it probably about maybe 5 minutes. Just get those flavors in there. And then we're going to let it sit warm, and it'll keep absorbing those flavors. So now for our potatoes, we're going to mandolin them, not too thin. Let's see. That's about good. That's good. The fun part. So we're gonna layer this, and then do a couple of spoonfuls of our cream there, and then another layer. So I won't bore you with all of it, I'll just show you a little. And then this is gonna go into an oven at 350 and bake probably for about 30 minutes with a lid on. And then we're gonna pull the lid off and get it nice and brown on top. And that's it. We're just gonna continue that process each time until we're all done. So normally after this comes out of the oven, you would put it in the fridge and let it set, ideally overnight. We're not gonna do that. But then you can cut it perfectly into like these beautiful squares and heat them up in a pan to get the entire piece nice and crispy. We don't have time for that. We want to eat today. All right, into the oven. Now we're gonna make pretty simple chutney. We got garlic clove. I'm gonna put in a nice little hunk of ginger. The ginger you definitely want to chop up because it's fibrous like bark and has those fibers running down. So if you don't cut it up at least a little bit, it will not completely blend and you'll end up with those little like hairs. Very unpleasant. Got one serrano. We're gonna give it a taste, see if it's spicy or not. Oh my God. Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, we only need a little bit of that. Holy smokes. We'll start there. We can always add more. We can't take away. I don't think we need this chili. Actually, I'll put this end in. As you guys know, this is less spicy. It's the pith and the seeds. So we should be good with that. Just got to remember not to touch my eyes. Nice big old bunch of cilantro. We're going to add a little bit of mint here. Half a lemon and half a lime. Now I have to pick those out. There was probably a better way to do that with a little bit of mesh or into a different bowl, but why do things the easy way, right? Okay, then to that we're gonna add a little bit of garlic salt, a bit of cumin, just a little bit of honey to balance some things out in there. A little bit of sweetness is good. And I like using that instead of just straight up sugar. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to this, give it a blend, and I'll be right back. Okay, I Cheated, gave this a little bit of a taste inside, but holy cow, it is perfect. Doesn't need a thing. It's got nice acidity. It's just the right amount of sweetness, just the right amount of saltiness, and it's very, very bright from that mint, earthy from the cumin. I mean, it just hits on every single note, and surprisingly, I didn't go overboard with the Serrano. It was actually perfect, so we are good. This isn't changing, but there you go. That's our green chutney. So now that we got all the prep done and we're just kind of chilling and waiting for those potatoes to cook, can talk about these guys. I am sure there's someone who's going to be moved to say that this is a white bass. It is not. They look a lot alike, but one of the telltale signs that this is a white perch, one, their two dorsal fins move in unison. They have a longer, lower forehead, and they don't have stripes. They just have this one lateral line that goes down. It's a different fish. The other thing about these fish is that they're invasive. So that is why they are unregulated. There's no size limit. There is no maximum take on them or anything. I mean, we took 14 and it was a lot, but it's not a bad thing to take that many of these. It just so happens that they're delicious, so that helps too. And I filleted one of them just so that you could see the meat as well. It's a really clean white meat, hardly any bloodline, but they go into competition with other fish. And the other thing about them is that they can live in brackish water, salt water, and fresh water. So they're actually harming a lot of species here on the island, but they've been here so long that they're not even really considered invasive anymore. Just in case we're feeling a little spicy, I'm gonna cut up just a couple of slices of our red chili here. Are you guys ready for this absolute masterpiece? Check this out. Oh, hold on, let me take this thing out and then I'll show you. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I did broil it just at the end. I got it just in time too. We're gonna let that cool down because if you go to cut into that now, everything is just gonna fall apart. So that needs to cool, it's gonna tighten up, and we'll be able to cut it and cut a nice square out, put it on the plate. So while that's cooling, let's go cook our fish. Okay, now our fish, we're gonna put just a couple of slices in it so it cooks nice and fast. It's also a nice way to check doneness. But these guys are surprisingly barrel shaped. They're really a thick fish. I don't know if you can see that, but. All right, now we're gonna dredge it. I have here just cornstarch. You could use potato starch. You could use flour too. And I'm gonna dress this up with a little bit of celery salt. I know it looks like a lot, but only a little bit of this breading is going to get onto the fish, so it's not going to be all that much. And this is just coriander from the looks of it, 1978. So since we're going with the Indian theme on this, I'm kind of building the flavors. Like the potatoes have curry in them, the chutney has cumin, and now the fish is gonna have coriander. So they're all gonna complement each other really nicely without getting muddy to where every single thing on the plate tastes the same. And we're just gonna give that a little dredge. There we go. I have peanut oil working in here. I'm gonna shake off the excess of that cornstarch. Okay, that's gonna take probably about 5 minutes on each side, maybe a little bit longer. Like I said, these guys are pretty barrel shaped and thick. All right, time to give this guy a flip. Make sure we're not stuck anywhere. That tail, no, we're good. Okay. Now this is, like I said, the au gratin, you really want it to sit in the fridge overnight. Heat it up in a pan the next day, but we don't have time for that. It's gonna be just fine. Oh, yes it is. Look at those layers. And a bit of our chutney on top. All right, there you go. Our white perch with curry potato au gratin and green chutney. Let's dig in. Okay. First, the potatoes. Oh, it's gonna be hard not to eat that whole tray. I can already tell. It's like the creamiest mashed potatoes that you've ever had in flat. I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it, but it is good. Now, let's go in. Oh. I don't know if it ever does justice on here. You guys can see how moist that is and just white meat. I am excited. My gosh, that's good. And that chutney is not too spicy, especially on the fish, so I'm happy. Or my other my other peppers. Thank you so much to Severio. It's funny, white perch is something on the island. When I was a little kid, I used to catch them, and I kind of forgot about them and then got back into it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get white perch, and I could not find them anywhere. And I had talked to Sav, and I was like, man, white perch are just eluding me. And he was like, when it's time, I'll give you a call. And sure enough, he called me. He was like, Monday morning, we're going. So thank you so much for that. And like I said, you guys probably recognize Sav from the squid episodes. He's a mate over on the ebb tide, and he also works for the DEC. But big thank you. A little bit of cornstarch on the outside. What it does, well, one, it protects the fish and it gets the skin crispy right away. But two, it gives that green chutney something to grab onto. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't care that these little buggers are invasive because they are downright delicious. I might have a new favorite fish right now. I don't know. This is definitely up there. Well, all right, guys. Thanks for coming along on this episode. I will see you back down in Key West, headed back down there. I've been back and forth. I feel like I'm dizzy. But headed back down to Key West. I'll be down there for a little bit, so I'm gonna have a lot of content coming from there. And I will see you down there. Catch you on the next one.